Welcome to part 12 of the Sunless Sea playthrough. We're playing as a citizen captain, Duncan, sailing the Unterzee and trying to fulfill his life's ambition of writing the Song of the Sea. I believe last time we ended up at the Empire of Hands. I rushed through some of the options at the end there, but we'd seen we've been here before. We've seen what the different islands were like. I was just sort of powering through to see what we could actually do at any given moment. We had dropped off the adventuress, or whatever her name was, the lost treasure hunter. No, it was the adventuress over. Yeah, the delightful adventuress. We dropped her off. She was trying to get into the vault of the first emperor. Like some Indiana Jones stuff going on here, but she can't. We're stuck at the first gate. There's a Tower of Hanoi puzzle that has 32,766 moves remaining on it. So I'm not going to click this 32,000 times. I'm assuming there's another way to get past this, but we looked at all the other options and there wasn't anything at the moment where we can actually get out of here, or we can actually get through that. So, oh, we did get a new gunnery officer. I forgot about this. Prosperous Adventuress. Oh, she's actually a little bit better than. She has 9 stats as opposed to this guy's 8. I don't even know if we've talked to her yet. We only have 6 supplies, so let's not do this until we're somewhere where we can easily buy supplies. We gotta make a note to talk to her though. She can raise your iron up to 100, but we are already at. It says we have 110, but that's because we have different stuff equipped. I don't think our base stats are actually at 100 yet. I don't even know where you see your base stats. Not sure that you can see your base stats. Anyways. We can't use her training at the moment. Let's see, what do we have in our hold? We have everything equipped. What are we currently doing? Let's see, we are at Empire of Hands. We've been defogging parts of the map. Our strategic information was at the Mangrove Coast. We did do that. We want to get a heart medal from Station 3. Can't do this yet because we don't have the high enough stats. We're still looking for more places to get live specimens. Try to advance the story of the campaigner. Let's see. Return to rack. We did get some Romantic. Yeah, we actually have 7 Romantic literature now, so we can go back to Rosegate on our way back. We don't have 3 limitable relics. Let's see. We haven't found Igel yet. We could go to Nuncio. We have some candles. Scrimshander. We have coffee and wine. We have coffee and wine. We need 7 caskets of sapphires or 1 colossal fluke core. We could definitely get these in Port Cornelian. We need to return to Port Cecil for a couple different missions. This is like, we had to bring recent news, I believe, to get the dynamite from the one of the other dialogue options on one of the other islands. Somebody who will trade recent news for a dynamite. Godfall can bring candles. We have candles. We could go to Godfall. Still haven't found Hideaway. We've been looking for Hideaway. We need to get some clay men from Polythreme. We can do that. I think we're pretty close to Polythreme right now. Just refreshing my memory on what, and we'll get started here. Start another tomb tour. We're trying to do stuff in Iron Republic, but we don't actually know how to advance that story. I think it involves either the Devilis, or it was some mission where you go between Iron Republic and London. There were some people, there was a faction in Iron Republic that were trying to get more notice, or get more people in London to join their faction, I think, or something like that. We have this faction we can choose in Port Carnelian. We don't know. Again, we're leaning towards the Tigers. We're a character who's disenchanted with the leadership of London and the Khanate. Well, he doesn't really have much of a relationship with the Khanate. He fought in the war between London and Hell as a soldier, and then he got kind of disillusioned with the with the way that the leaders were treating the soldiers and just like disillusioned with the leadership in general. So he's kind of like a free. He's factionless as far as like the London and the Hell factions go. Again, he's kind of an anarchist. That's why he wants to join the. He wants to raise the anarchists to prominence. At least that's how I'm playing this character. Let's see, we can do the coffee trade in Command Canal, and we can do visit Gant's Pole and return to King. Actually, pretty close to Gant's Pole as well. We are. Well, we're not close, but we're in the same area. We do need to go to the Uttershroom, so we'll probably just do that first and defog some of this area. Maybe hit Polythream and Godfall and Nook and all these places around this area first. Yeah, so let's just defog this area. We do need supplies. We just saw we are a little low on that. Actually, we're low on fuel and supplies. I thought you can actually buy supplies pretty decently from... Was it the mayor? Yeah, 20 echoes for supplies isn't bad. 60 echoes for fuel is really bad, though. Do I have anything in my notes? Is anything bad gonna happen if I do this here? I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything in my notes about it. All right, let's try getting some supplies for 20. Oddly little of the Empire Hand's natural bounty is edible. The monkeys will help you find the edible stuff for a fee. Okay. Most of them are unpalatably bitter, but they will do you and your crew no harm in the short term. Does Uttershroom sell supplies? That's actually the most important thing, because we're about to head there. Okay, I don't have anything in my notes, a way to get fuel or supplies at Uttershroom. What else is nearby again? Let's see. I gotta get out of this dialogue here. What else is nearby? Varchus, Adams Way, Polythreme. Does Polythreme sell fuel? Let's see. Polythreme does not sell fuel and supplies. What about Godfall? Godfall does also not sell fuel and supplies. Okay. What about Nook? I think Nook might have. Yeah, Nook. Oh, yeah. Nook actually has good prices for fuel, and the same price that we're at for supplies. Okay. So as long as we have enough fuel to get to Nook, so maybe we'll prioritize defogging towards Nook first. Although that kind of leads us away from the rest of this area down here. I'm just worried that we won't have enough fuel. Like if we start exploring down here. I don't think Apis Meat. So, oh, Apis Meat also sells fuel for 12. Okay, well. We could hit Uttershroom, explore the rest of this stuff. Oh, there's also a fuel ship here. Okay, well, let's just prioritize this. We can buy some stuff from the fuel ship. It means we'll stock up a few more supplies since it looked like paying 20 for supplies is about as good as we're going to find in the current area that we're in. So let's go up to like 10-ish at least. Although, yeah, I don't think there's anything better than 20 anywhere that's nearby. Yeah, maybe we should get more than go up to like 15 at least. Yeah, I don't think there's anywhere in the area that's better than 20. We're not going to try to work on the Zeppelin. Again, these take like lots of different things. Actually, you can do supplies. Well, if we were close, we could just do the supply trade here, buy it, and then sell it. But we're nowhere close to doing the Zeppelin thing anyway. I'm not even sure that this is something our character is interested in. Again, it's not our ambition to help the monkeys build their Zeppelin. But if it's profitable enough for us, we could probably just do it. But alright, let's prioritize this going this way. As much as I would like to. Oh, okay, we'll hit these two sections, and then we'll turn around, I guess. How are we doing on terror? We're in the middle. Fuel is our biggest problem. What did I say I was gonna get fuel? Oh, the light ship over here. That's right. Okay, yeah, we need to do that. So let's go ahead and turn around here. Just defogging this section, making sure it gets defogged, which it is. Yeah, we only have 3 fuel, so yeah, we definitely need to. We should maybe equip our officer who gives us more fuel efficiency. I just want to see actually. If we switch our officer to this fellow, which is 5% fuel efficiency, will that actually do anything? So we were getting -4. It still says -4. Oh, we got a -3 there. Okay, so it does like have fractional. Man, we are really burning through this fuel. Are we even gonna be able to make it to that fuel ship? Hopefully. Ship here, but I'm not gonna. We don't have the fuel to just waste circling around in combat with these other characters. Yeah, man. I hope we make it to this fuel ship. I literally can't use any less fuel than what we're currently doing. So. I didn't realize we were so low on fuel. I guess our ship just burns a lot of fuel right now because we have a stronger engine, I guess. Again, we looked in Unterzee, there wasn't any options to gain fuel, although we do have some stuff we're supposed to do there. So we will stop there, I suppose. But yeah, we are so low on fuel. 1 barrel to make it from here to here. I almost don't even want to stop in the Unterzee now, because we looked at my notes and there wasn't anywhere to. None of these options give you fuel. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead straight to the light ship. I didn't realize we were quite. I didn't realize quite how dangerous our fuel situation was. There's another crab, but again, we don't have the fuel to do the kind of combat stuff right now. It takes some time to fight stuff while you're fighting. You have to have your lights on while you're fighting, so. And are we even gonna make it to this thing? There's this desperate measure. I'm not exactly sure how that works. And I don't know if like full power to the engines uses more fuel than normal. Looks like we're gonna just barely make it to this light ship. Holy smack. If we had gone to the Udder's room, I don't think we would have made it. In fact, I'm not even sure we are gonna make it. Holy smokes, that was close. I think we'll decelerate slowly, right? Oof. Holy smokes. That's as close as you can get. We literally ran out of fuel when we were decelerating into the light ship. Okay, well it's 20 echoes for fuel. It's not a good place to buy fuel, but we have to buy fuel. Man, how much do we get? So we need to get to. I'd like to go somewhere that's better to get fuel, but like Apis Meat. So we just need enough fuel to get down to Apis Meat, I suppose. So maybe 3 fuel. And then we'll just like really stock up once we get down there. Is it worth it? It's gonna cost us like 2, maybe 4, like 2 going down and 2 coming back. So we're gonna lose 4 fuel, which is effectively 48 worth of money. But if we buy, how much cargo space do we have? If we buy, so we're saving 8 per, so 48 divided by 8. Wait, what? Divide by 8. 48 divided by 8. Oh, so we don't have to buy at least. We don't have to buy more than 6 for it to be worth it. Okay, well. We also need to explore down here again, so. Yeah, let's go to Apis Meat, stock up on fuel, explore this stuff. We did need to go to the Udder's room. Were we really gonna buy more supplies? We did. How much supplies did we buy? We bought 15, I think. Yeah, so we have a decent amount of supplies. Is 2 enough? 1, 2, 3rd barrel. I think it will be. Man, we are. We really need a lot of. We really need fuel. Like I said, I didn't really realize quite how much fuel we've been burning through here. It's questionable whether this is actually worth it, but we probably have stuff to do in Apis Meat anyway. Well, at least we can do something as a weight mission. There's stuff to fight around here, but again, our current ship doesn't have a forward cannon. So fighting with only 1 deck gun isn't the ideal way to do combat in this game. Although we could probably kill this guy. No, never mind. He's got 400 HP. I take it back. We don't want to fight you. Also, we don't have the fuel to do, you know, extended naval engagements. Okay, we came here for fuel. Because yeah, we've been burning up fuel quite a bit. Okay, so we can do one of the story missions here. We just did a bunch of these. I only have one unread log. Maybe we won't do... Well, it sucks to sail down here and not do anything with it though. But we only have one unread log left. I don't think we needed unread logs for any particular quest. So I guess that's okay to use it. Unread log. Let's see, that game, yeah, we don't have anything in our, I don't know, so we've done this, we get 1 day to do stuff here. The best thing we found is the Omniscience Hospital. This Expedition of Curiosities didn't really seem very interesting when we were there. Like, we looked at the different exhibits, but they didn't really do anything particularly interesting while we were there, at least. The other option is to sit by the tree. It's just minus terror. Yeah, we'll go back to the hospital. We've been waiting to get this updated, but we haven't advanced for a mission yet. We've been doing the carry water, right? This one gives you some supplies. I wouldn't mind a few more supplies. 2 supplies. Taxonomy. You conduct interviews, record observations, and track the simmering, inexorable advancement of a dozen cases of the disease. The more phlegmatic patients endure better than the melancholy and the sanguine. The abbot commands your attention to detail. The monks are not wealthy, but they pay for your assistance with barrels of fresh water, gold-crusted bread, and a small precious box of lemons. Lemons. Okay, yeah, so we don't, that's an interesting thing, but... Oh, we failed this. Oh, we had never failed this before. Gain 2 terror. Tattooed patient croaks his last secret, kept hidden all his life. His lips are cracked, his skin is dry as paper. You draw close to listen, he shudders. He breathes a final torn breath, his mouth hot as an oven door. A monk drags you away. The soul burns most fiercely when the body dies. Get too close, you might catch light. It's hot in here. We can't change our officers right now. Was there one other option out here that you can do? Oh, you can attend a funeral feast. Oh, why haven't we done this yet? How come we don't have something? Oh wait, did we use it since we got here? I don't remember using it. Huh. What does attend a funeral do, I wonder? Yeah, I don't have an option for that. Attend a funeral feast. Something awaits. Also, you need to have 4, so it's in the evening, 4 of tree status. I'll have to check out what that does. Yeah, I'm not sure what I use my something awaits for. It doesn't matter. Anyways, sit until the day ends. It's the same option, right? Yeah, it's just minus terror. As far as I can tell, this is the most useful option. Again, it gives you all these different tail statuses. Okay, return to our ship. Again, we stocked up on fuel. We could buy more supplies here, actually. It's not the best place to buy supplies, but yeah, you never know when you're going to run out. How much hold space do we have? I almost want to buy more fuel. Okay, I'm not trying to fight anything that has 400 hit points right now. We're not that great at... We don't have enough... Like I said, we don't have multiple guns to fire at this guy. I should have turned my light on. He saw me. I was just trying to manage my terror. Alright, we'll explore over here. I don't know if we need to go to Varchus again. Can I see get rid of this chunk of... Yeah, let's just get rid of this chunk here since we're down here anyway. The OCD map defogging. Okay, so we have enough fuel to do some stuff for a while. Maybe I should have bought more supplies. It's hard to know exactly when it's the right time to stock up and when it's better to. I should defog a little bit of this stuff over here. I was managing my terror, but like the whole point of going down here is to defog stuff. It's one of these guys. I don't know what these are. I could scout it just to see what it is. It's a jellyfish. Not sure how strong jellyfish are. Again, I can't see their health bars because of this UI issue that we've been running into, but I probably have some notes on jellyfish. Let's see. Jellyfish. No. I found the jellyfluer. Jellyfish. All right, let's see if we can get this part of the map defogged. I don't know exactly how we didn't defog it the first time we were here. Okay. Was there anything we were doing here? I can't remember. Let's go back to our notes on Varchus. The White Cloaked Guard, the Fungus Carter. So the White Cloaked Guard does one fragment. The Fungus Carter we haven't tried yet. We'll try this one. Gains you 1 Tail of Terror and 1 Terror. 1x Tail of Terror plus 1 Terror. She stops every few minutes to cough surreptitiously into her dyed cotton scarf and eyes you warily when you approach. I have to take this load all the way to the sacred district, and the priests don't like it if I'm late. You inquire politely about her cough, and she looks suddenly terrified. Mahir, look down on me, she mumbles. Please don't say anything. I have a family to feed. With that, she grabs the handles of her cart and pulls away at a run. Within a few moments, you lose sight of her in the crowded pathways. What an odd woman. She's like infected with some kind of fungal disease or something. I don't know. Okay, so we have entertainments, hospital, guardhouse, temple, and inn. Also the pilgrimage to Amaradri. If we had... So we need to gain the Agnatatri's interest. We have this, the Dour-Faced Nurse's approval. We have the Young Turban's youth invitation. But we don't have the respect of the Agnatori or the respect of the guard. That sounds like the temple and the guardhouse. Okay, so let's do the guardhouse, I suppose. So we're going to go down a side street. You can see the Sunblazing flag from here. Just follow the stream of the white cloaks. At the guardhouse, a modest stone building with bas-relief lintels and wide, unshuttered windows, the stylized son of Mahir flutters from a silk flag above the portico. It is a scene of controlled chaos. You can see the white-cloaked guards bustling to and fro within, shouting companionably to each other, while a stream of fungus carters, merchants, and ordinary citizens petition them on. So I did get this dream of smoke, so you can ask them about it. You can hint at the jeweled turban's youth activities. Leave out the bit where you're gathering a forbidden story and cloud over any particular names. Here's where you get the respect of the guard. Let's do this. Let's train with the guards. There's a formation of new recruits doing basic forms in the courtyard. Let's do this. The sergeant does not object when you slip into line, but he doesn't treat you with any particular gentleness either. You practice hand-to-hand combat for a few hours and end up your back. You end up on your back more often than not. They fight in an unfamiliar, light-footed style. A few of the more advanced recruits duel with curving, twin-bladed scimitars. Interesting, the sergeant grunts at the end of your session. You are bruised and possibly concussed, but quite satisfied with your morning, and you think they may have learned something in return. So we've got the respect of the guard, 1 in bruises and sweat. We also gained 2 iron. Nice. Okay, so that's our base stat of iron. We were talking about that earlier. It's actually 92 right now. So if we unequipped everything, all our officers and items that gave us iron, we'd be at 92. Not sure we would want to turn in this guy yet. Let's go back to the city center. We want to get the Agnatori's interest. Let's go to the Temple of Mahir. It lies in the sacred district at the center of Varchus. The sound of the bells grows louder and reverberant as you approach. At the Temple of Mahir, the temple tower pierces through the city's heart, taller than the other 4 towers, which stand at each of the cardinal points. Around the temple sprawls the sacred district, vine-covered stone shrines, still ponds glowing with algae and flash-finned carp, priests in white, their wrists heavy with metal chains. There are no mirrors in the Temple of Mahir. The rest of the city has to make do with the mirrored light and reflection, but Mahir's most sacred place is filled with hundreds of lamps and lit candles of hard-packed phosphorescent fungus. A lot of different options. We're not going to sell our pollution to lack. I don't have any regular Shinto. Oh, here's the Agnatori. Okay, let's do this first. The Varchasi equivalent of a king or governor. He is overseeing the rituals and gives you a slanted glance. You try to slide through the crowd towards the Agnatori. Alas, he is distracted by a pilgrim carrying a broken mirror like an injured child. Best not to interrupt. Oh, we failed. Okay, well. Try again. Let's try again. We had an 88% chance. Okay, here we go. You pay your respects, and he is at pains to impress upon you that he is no despot or tyrant prince, but rather rules Varchus and his council of sunseers with firekeepers. What do you think of Varchus so far, Tomas? He asks, and you know better than to mutter anything but meaningless platitudes in response. He nods as though satisfied, but you catch him giving you sharp, speculative looks as you wander the temple. It seems you have aroused his interest. Gained 1 Vales, that's nice. 3rd bell has sounded. So there's different options here, but let's go look at this other option that was in the city center, this pilgrimage to Amaradri. The Agnatori seeks wisdom. The sick are ready to begin a long journey. The young and the restless have made their plans. The swords of the guard have been renewed. The pilgrimage is ready to begin. Let's see if I have any notes. I'm going to click on it anyway. I just want to see if I have any notes about it. Entertainments. Sure how I spelled that so badly. Okay, yeah, so we had this note. Let's see. At the hospital. Okay, we have the hospital. We haven't done the entertainments yet. Okay, so one option at the temple was plus 1 Vales if we succeed. That was the option to talk with the whatever his name was, the Agnahatri. And then we also got his interest or whatever it was called. Yep, and interest. This one gave us the respect. So the other options that we haven't investigated yet. Just make a note that there's more stuff to do here if we want to look back at this. But yeah, let's check out this the pilgrimage here. Sick are ready to begin a long journey. The young rest have made their plans. Swords guard have been renewed. The pilgrimage is ready to begin. The pilgrimage to Amaradri. Pilgrimage to Amaradri. It's hard not to be carried along by the excitement and the anticipation of the Varchasi. It seems as though half the city has joined the pilgrimage to the Mountain of Light. The other half lines the streets and hangs out from the upper story windows to watch their friends and loved ones depart. Musicians play stirring tunes on polished brass instruments and little Kablash lyres, all undercut with the rhythmic sound of drums. A towering machine piled high with fungus is wheeled to the front of the procession. The drivers sit in a lamp-lit cabin at the front, their faces grim. The Agnahatri raises his hand, and a hush falls over all of Varchus. The mirrored gates slide open, rays of light reflecting jaggedly. Outside, the elder continent is dark and hushed and vast. You have the dizzying feeling that it is vaster and onyx blacker than the Unterzee somehow, but that cannot be. Wish us luck, Tomas. The Agnahatri is next to you at the very front of the procession. His aging face looks suddenly youthful and taut. His eyes glimmer with purpose. You can only nod weakly. The Agnahatri laughs wildly and then shouts a command, and the machine rumbles out of the city gates. It lays down 2 thick rows of fungus to either side of it. The lamplighters dart to the very edge of the darkness and light the fungus with their torches. It blazes up, illuminating the path inland in brilliant white, rot-scented light. The people of Varchis cheer so loudly you think your eardrums will burst. The pilgrims stream slowly out of the city in a glimmering procession, leaving it half empty behind them. That gained us a secret, and 7x memory of distant shores. So they've left the city now? Does that mean I can no longer talk to this guy? Well, it doesn't matter. It's time to leave anyway. Wait, can't I go to the inn or something? I thought that you could sleep at the inn, but I guess once you've done the expedition, it changes things. Okay. Well, there's no shops here, can't do anything, so we're off. Why haven't we explored this one little section over here? I don't know. Anyways, let's go up here, I guess. I don't know how to explore this one little section. Annoying, but can't like drive through the land, so I don't know what to do there. Okay, so now we want to explore over here. We could fight this thing if it doesn't have like a million hit points. Can I like adjust the video scaling here? See how much hit points this thing has. 400. Okay, that's too many. We're gonna fight things that have 400. Smokes, it's right up on us already. Okay. Yeah, so it has 400 hit points. Too much for our current weapon setup to take easily. 400 HP. Alright. Turn UI scaling back on. Continue on our journey. In fact, let's do full power to the engines here. Let's get away from this guy. Some more of those blue. We have to kill some of those blue guys for some mission, but again, I don't really want to do too much combat in this ship. We're still defogging the map. We're not really focused on hunting particular monsters at the moment. Send out our Z-Bat. Probably hit this section up here and then head back to Undershroom. What is this? That's the Sea of Statues. No islands around. Terror is getting higher than it's a little safe to be, but maybe we should buy some more supplies at the Empire of Hands. I don't want to go up there though. Enter the Sea of Statues. Found O'Keefe's Drift. Another ship up here. There's a lot of these like golden looking ships up here. Again, I'm not opposed to combat, but I'm not necessarily seeking it out on the harder opponents. If there's a more of like a mid-level opponent that has like, 200 HP or whatever, I'm happy to engage if it's beneficial, but not gonna go out of my way. Like this guy we might be able to take. See what he's got. The Khanate War Trimaran. Looter. Gain some more suspicion. Oh yeah, we didn't want to kill these guys because they cause suspicion with the Khanate, which we still haven't figured out how to get into their town yet. So maybe we don't want to do that as much. Okay, I'll have to remember not to hunt those particular types of vessels. Yeah, we have to keep an eye out for another way to gain some supplies. And I guess fuel again. Maybe we can head back to have us meet again. We don't even have any unread logs or recent news to get in there though, so it's not going to be a very profitable use of our time. But sometimes you just gotta do it. Oh, we finally, okay, so it defogged that automatically. Okay, so, whew, that was annoying me, my OCD. Okay, so we have to explore all this area now. Okay, so let's head to the other shroom. We're gonna hit polythreme. Okay, we need to find more. Try to kill this thing. How much HP does this thing have? 300. Again, I'm more interested in the things that are more around like 200. 300 takes a long time for us to kill with our current weapon setup. Okay, somebody wanted something here. Let's see what our options here. He didn't want to do this. Our Bloomington Gallivanter. Get the port report. What happens here? Done this before, obviously. Oh, here we go. Consume the jar full of tether. Give the Saphir chemist the jar full of tether. Okay, so this is what we were trying to do here. We could either consume it. He would pay well, but who can put a price on love? We do need some money right now, so we're gonna give him the jar full of tether we promised, and he's gonna give us a reward. He says 1,200. Yeah, nice. 1,250 echoes. So that's good. He smiles at you over his teacup. He does not drink. I commend you. Several other interesting adventurers wilted and died before you in this endeavor. He hands you a check, drains his cup in a gulp, and is soon on his own ship. A satisfied client. Okay. I don't have any strange catches. All we can do is explore the village. So we may as well do this. Oh, we could trade honey for more Blemmingtons. Oh, and supplies. We do need supplies. We'll probably do that. Let's visit the village first. Just gain a memory of distant shores. I think we've done this before. Yeah, nothing. Just talks about the shipwreck. Mother's blessing. Be quick look at the shops. Nothing there. Okay, we'll trade. We have one firkin of prisoner's honey. Ah, you return again. You want more Blemmingen? Blemmingen? We always have more Blemmingen. Many Blemmingen. Always more Blemmingen. Always more Blemmingen. Here are the piled slabs of mauve fungus flesh. Top them like an attentive dog on a plinth, a watchful Blemmingen. They want new places, the streamer explains. Too many Blemmingen here. Plant them in 6 more places. So we got 1. We have to bring more honey, I guess. I don't actually know what happens if you colonize the Blemmingens around. I don't remember what that story entails exactly from any of my previous play sessions. Again, played it many years ago. The wreck of the Miko. Don't see anywhere to dock over there. So no, we're still looking for. There's still 2 underwater places we haven't found. We haven't found Igel or Hideaway. So they must. I mean, there's not many places left. It's got to be like in this area. Here we go. Underwater to the northeast. Okay. I was gonna say, like, it has to be, like, there has to be. I mean, they both have to be around here somewhere. I mean, there could be more than 2, but there's at least 2 names that we've heard of that we haven't found yet. We've heard of Igel, and we have a mission right now to go to Hideaway. I'm not seeing. The map defogging is a little weird. It's like why isn't it defogged yet? Okay, I still don't see the Promised Sea. The Song of the Drownies lies shimmering along the wind. I'm gonna defog these 2 and then go underwater. Because it said it was an underwater thing. Now it says there's no island in reach. Okay, let's go underwater. It's hard to believe that there's 2 underwater towns we haven't found yet, and like this is all that's left of the map. It's not going to be over here, I don't think, by like right next to Godfall. I mean, I guess it could be like this area, like these 2 are right next to each other. I suppose that could be the same case here. Oh, here's something. Okay, we found something up here. What did we find? Eagle. Okay, that's still not Hideaway. Somehow we still haven't found Hideaway. But we found Eagle. Something has been following us. It is patient. Oh, our terror is high. That's right. You gotta be careful underwater when your terror is high. Oh, it's this person. The Stowaway. It's the little girl from the Empire of Hands. The quartermaster has been complaining of food going missing of late, and now you know why. The monkey foundling sits smiling innocently behind a crate, mouth surrounded by fresh crumbs and in a bed of weight. Your stolen clothes? Oh, that was her clothes, or my clothes that she stole from us. Yeah, you seemed fun, she says. Excuse me. She desperately wants to explore the Z with you. Okay, she can stay. She can earn her keep by doing odd jobs for now. Your treasures need polishing, your mug needs filling, and in time maybe you can make an officer out of her. We now have a monkey foundling. She hugs you tight and asks, eyes sparkling, where you keep the weapons. Excuse me. We have a monkey foundling on her. So we'll have to see what she... See if she's considered an officer. She's considered a mascot. Gives you 5 hearts. Cannot speak to her though. Okay. We're at Eagle. They do sell supplies and fuel. That's good because we are going to need to stock up at least on some. Eagle. So this is fuel 12, supplies 23. That's not a bad price. You can also sell musky wine, dark drug. Oh, you can. There's somewhere we were able to buy these for 30, I believe, or 38. Guess you couldn't really sell them for that many. Okay, let's go into Eagle. The station is pinned to the surface of Eagle. Once it was a roving vessel, the Fortis Kettle, and floated freely from place to place. Now it is stuck on the spines of a fluke rock. This must be a fluke rock. So we can ask the first mate. We don't have that option yet. We can bribe the first mate's crew. We don't have that option. We can introduce a Blemmingen. We can assemble the port report. We'll do that first. Admiralty would find it a curious place. Loose information. You gather a description of the Fortis Kettle and a survey of its resources. You scrape away a little of the sealant, the color of amber and the texture of wax, that keeps out seawater where the hull is pierced by the skines of Eagle. You sketch the arrangement of decks and hatches so far as you've been able to reach, but about the population you cannot offer much detail. The tomb colonist declines to be identified, and the traveling postman laughs at you. Port doings in the Fortis Kettle of Eagle. Okay. Was there a Sunless fruit for sale? No, you can sell it for 4 memories. We can't buy it here. All we can do is introduce a Blemmingen. Wouldn't the spikes of Eagle look friendlier with a bit of mushroom foliage? A blasted land. You try to release the Blemmingen by airlock onto the spiny surface of Eagle. Its determination is fierce, and it tries gamely to climb down a spine. Almost at once it begins to shrivel and shrink in on itself, its shroomy flesh blackening and then coming away in ragged strips. It cannot take hold in this waste space. We have one of the first mate's sensitivity. It grows needles of Fortis while exploring Eagle, but how many? We lost our docile Blemmingen. Unlocked when the acquaintance is no more than 0. Unlocked when you have acquaintance 10. Okay. Unlocked with commission to retrieve regret. Gain at Mount Palmerston, Scrimshander, or continue at Eagle. Okay. So we could bring... bribe the first mate with Sol's fruit. Don't have a lot of notes in here about how to get to these things. Okay, we'll keep an eye out for this thing, I guess, the commission to retrieve regret, because there's not a lot else to do here at the moment. Okay, let's buy a little more fuel, let's buy some more supplies. We are running... Oh no, we just got some money, that's right. So let's go up to like 15 of each. And maybe go a little up to like 20 fuel. We tend to burn through fuel pretty quickly. Oops. So we still haven't found Hideaway. It's gotta be around here somewhere. Let's hit Polythreme. And then start exploring. Maybe we'll hit Polythreme and Godfall and then start exploring up. Or maybe... Well, let's at least hit Polythreme. Let's get out of the underwater though, because yeah, we don't want to be underwater with high terror. Bad things can happen. There's that, there's some sort of a monster that follows you around underwater when you have high terror. No islands within range. Luck Lights Reef. Suppose we can go up a little bit and then kind of defog along the way. There's a we saw that thing. It was very strong. That's the Lorn fluke, I believe. We saw it over by. I don't remember where we saw it before, but we saw it, and it had a lot of hit points. Also, the characters in the game describe Lorn flukes as a very impressive character or beast, so gives us the inclination that we don't want to fight unless we're ready. Which we are not. Our cargo ship is not, as I've been saying, is not really equipped for fierce combat. We did get that nice blue scintillac thing, which allows us to reset our firing cannons really quickly. But again, if we had more cannons, we could reset more things quickly. Okay, so we have this polythreme exile we've been carrying around. He stands on decks and cannot look away from the shore. At home once more. At the shoreline, the polythreme exile plunges his hands into the damp mud and scrapes. When he comes away, his palms already look more like clay. Take a few days, he says, itchy, but it will go back. He gets a box out of his traveling chest and offers it to you. Some things I got from the bone men at Anth. They thought they were stronger than me. They were wrong. Nice, 5 elemental relics and a secret. Let's see, we can warn the merchants about Rack. We haven't been trying to save Rack, though. Cut away our sharpness again if we want. Sure. It's free, right? We'll get the port report. Yeah, like when you're in Rack, this costs, you get wounded if you do this in, or sorry, not Rack, in Anth. Oh yeah, we have these curios as well. Yeah, this trades watchful curios into wakeful idols. Yeah, this definitely always worked. We did this before. Basically, these guys animate, like they animate statues. Like they are animated statues, and they can animate these little watchful curio statues into wakeful idol statues. Do we want to keep? We want to keep one of the watchful. We were keeping one before, but I don't think there's actually any reason to. Watchful. Like the wakeful ones are just straight up better, from what I understand. You can buy them there. You can get one from that mission. You can trade them. Yeah, there's no reason to keep them, I don't think. We'll just convert all of our watchful curios into wakeful idols. Okay, hold space is... Yeah, we do have hold space. We need to buy more of these two things. We don't need to sell the ones we have. Okay, we'll pick up the clay men. We need to take these to Anth, I think, actually, wasn't it? Clay man? Oh, so we did this. Oh, yeah, bring them to Anth. Bring 6 clay men to get the spleen and bone options. Okay, so let's get rid of our sharpness so that we can make sure we get the right ones next time. Because we had groin. We didn't need groin, but we want to do spleen and bone again next time when we're at Anth. Could we do some terror? 30 echoes in an expensive place. Okay, maybe we don't want to do that here, though. Okay, I think we did what we wanted to do here. Oops, I always do that. I always hit the button twice. We do have some candles. We could go to Godfall. It's a little out of the way. I really want to find Hideaway, so let's focus on going east first and try to find this place to deliver this letter. Yeah, farewell letter to Hideaway. It must really be hiding. Maybe it's hiding over here. Because I have not found it. Wherever Hideaway is, it's hiding rather well. It's very possible that is the last town in the game. Because yeah, there's not a lot less we haven't explored. There's that Lorn fluke again. Don't want to... We're in the Promised Sea. The Song of the Drownies. Yeah, we haven't found the place that talks about the song. We've found numerous places that deal with the songs of the Drownies. It must be Hideaway, because we haven't seen any of the towns we found haven't talked about this oh, there's something over here at least. What is this? Is this not, it's not an underwater town? Well, this is definitely something. Oh, the Fathom King's Hold. Okay, well there was one place at least we haven't found yet. I wasn't aware of this area, but... The Fathom King's Hold, Lorcan's Port. Why does it have its own background? I don't know. Named for the most enterprising of drownies, phosphorus cells burn green. Somewhere below the king waits. Like an iceberg, like a bizarre master's scheme, like the Neath itself, most of the hold is invisible. You only see a tiny portion of sculpted coral, the rest waits below the surface. The Fathom King's bone rooms and aquaria, his pearl snares and his dining chambers. You can descend to an audience. Could trade for drowning pearls if we had Shintalak, which we don't. Could trade for a white molly flower if we had Shintalak, which we don't have. We'll get the port report. The porter watches you right. She says nothing. Others come and go. Those granted audience return dazed, awestruck. The king is not generous, but occasionally he is fair. You learn much from the comings and goings of those who visit. Okay, well, it looks like we're going to descend for an audience with the king. He is the lord of the drownies, those dead who won't stop swimming. By some account, he's the lord of all who die at sea. Bring him a story to tickle his curiosity. Oh, it's going to cost us a story. Well, we have some stories. Speaking to the porter has the skin of a shark. She has a drowned woman's eyes. It is not permitted to look at her hands. Yes, she raps. That story is sufficient. She opens the valves of pearl and permits you to pass into the conduit. Nice looking fellow here. The throne cyst. This is the salt-blown heart of the hold. The Fathom King floats in his throne, a gem-starred bowl of sea stone, the size of a banqueting table. He's wearing a dressing gown of purple brocade, soaked dark with salt water. He leans his chin calmly on his hand. Beneath the surface of the water in his throne, his hidden regions pulse, constantly, insistently. You can gain crew by plating for a sailor's life. This place really consumes a lot of Shintalak. You can watch a crocodile masked visitor make an offering. We have expertise in visage. Oh, if we had expertise 6, we could watch a visager. Or we can ask a boon of the king. You've brought the king a story gift, and we ask a boon in return. Let's see what notes I have about Fathom King's Hold. I must have spelled it wrong. Fathom King's Hold. Here we go. Okay, so we could witness an execution. We could listen to the Shellman Envoy. Father main quest, required pieces. I don't know what this is. Must have been something from our previous playthrough. Give me back my magician. Get magician back? Did I lose my magician? Give me back my cook. Wait, does he like take your characters? Okay, ask for a boon. You can get terror supplies and fuel. I guess we'll watch the crocodile. This doesn't, from my current notes, these don't, I mean, obviously 5 supplies of fuel is useful, but it's not like exciting. I'll see what the ask a boon, or let's look at the watch a crocodile masked visitor option does. A body lies on a bier in the center of the building, in the center of the chamber. The crocodile masked visitor moves around it, indicating wounds in its head, neck, chest, muttering. Boasting? He's speaking of the nature of the wounds, their dramatic effects on the landscapes of the body. He sounds like he's boasting, but a single tear trickles down beneath his mask. At last the king nods. The offering is acceptable, he says. Thorn-armored guards carry the bier through a dark slit behind his throne. The king begins offhandedly to outline the cartography of the deep Unterzee, the patrol routes of monsters. He notices your presence and snaps his fingers. The guard ushers you out, but not before you've heard valuable deep gossip. Okay, so it's just plus 20 fragments and 1xz Zori. It cost us 1 to get into this place, so basically all we netted was 20 fragments out of that. Not the best, but not the worst. Certainly things could definitely be worse in this game. Permit shore leave, what does that do? Gain hunger, gain terror. I didn't think it was going to be a good option. Let's not do that. Our terror is already really high. Okay, not a ton to do here, actually. A little disappointing, I would say. Okay, it just changes the background for whatever reason when you go in here. Okay, well, we're still looking for hideaway. I guess we'll kind of loop around this outer edge here. Surely we'll find hideaway. It feels like we always say this when I'm playing this game. It's like, we're always looking for something. It's like, oh, surely we'll find it soon. And then sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. But yeah, there's not a ton left to explore. Although again, it is called Hideaway. So I guess it's not surprising that it's the hardest thing to find. Or the last thing that I'm going to find. No islands, no islands. Decent number of supplies and fuel. I'm assuming it's an underwater port. Could be over here, I suppose. We enter the Calumnies. Like I said, we still haven't found where you get these drowny songs. Like, there must be a town that involves songs. Like musicians and stuff, but we haven't found it. It's one of those guys. We did kill those guys in the other area. Where's the next place we're going to buy supplies from? Shellmate or Gant Pole? Scrimshander? Not sure. Let's make sure we're defogging this area over here. Also worried about our terror. 75 is starting to get up there. We need to have another romance with our officer. That one. This lady. But does not appear to be an option at the moment. Oh, I meant to advance the character with. I meant to advance the dialogue with her when we were at somewhere that could buy supplies, but I'd forgotten about it. No islands, no islands. We do want to go to the Gant Pole because there was that mission where we sent them a monster, a sea monster. And it doesn't look like you can advance it again until you talk to them. That old fury, a sailor has run mad. She roams the ship, cudgel in hand, smashing comrades to the deck. She cries, "He is angry! Oh, he is angry!" Capture. We could shoot her dead, or we could capture her alive. We have plenty of crew. It's not like losing one crew is the worst outcome. She's already killed one man, so I guess we just... Oh wow, we lost 2 crew. And we have the storm's attention. A bitter end. The sailor captains roar, and down she goes. You had a hasty funeral for the poor soul and her wretched victim, but who will be next? I guess it was her and the one that she had already killed. That's why we lost 2 crew. I guess we would have lost 1 crew either way, because she had already killed one of them. Truth in dreams. You could sleep deeply or listen to your dreams. So did I make notes on what this does? Truth in dreams. Usually bad things happen, but truth in dreams. Sleep. Oops. Sleep deeply. Hearts. Or listen to your dreams. Something awaits. 42%. I guess we'll listen. What will you learn? Gain 5 terror and 20 fragments. Plus 20 fragments. And plus 5 terror. That is not ideal. You walk through the streets of buildings wrapped in amber, flooded with treacly light. Rubbery men, their face tentacles twitching complacently, swirl around you in crowds. They give you a wide berth. Something drips from your hands. Not blood. It's pale as milk. A bell tolls. You turn in through an ornate arch, and all the lights go out, but not before you see the spined throne and a pool at the chamber's heart. Yeah, we really do need to find some way to manage our terror. We are getting up there. Still can't find this place called Hideaway. I'm hoping somewhere up here we can buy. I think at least Scrimshander or Gantpole or Shelley. Somebody sold supplies up here, I'm pretty sure. We can look at our notes as we get up here, but we're still defogging at the moment. We're not like dangerously low, but we'll have to buy some at some point. We could stop at Wisdom. It's just that prison. There's not really much to do there unless we have enough stats to free the character that we're supposed to free from prison. So I'm gonna prioritize defogging instead. Trying to find the hideaway. It's possible that we found hideaway, we just didn't explore it. Like, could this have been hideaway? Here? Maybe this was hideaway. It doesn't look like a light ship. No, I think it was a light ship. I think it is a light ship, actually. We were just there in our last session. Well, we'll at least go to the Gant Pole, because we do know we want to go there. I think either the Shellinator or the Gant Pole, we did get some supplies last time. I don't remember which one it was. They're right next to each other, so we'll at least go over there. I'm starting to think we may have passed hideaway at some point, unless it's along the edge here, which it very well could be. Approaching the Shellnate. Yep, there it is. Alright, well, we'll stop in here. Take a look at... We definitely want to go to the Gant Pole for sure, Yeah, we have not found this. Perhaps hideaway is inconvenient and you can't be bothered. It just says the water... Oh no, that's the Unterzee. Must be over here, I suppose. Or over here. Or over here. We really need to keep an eye out for ways to reduce our terror. Shore leave is one way, I believe. It's an iron challenge, though. Get the port report. Can trade hunting trophy. We do need more outlandish artifacts. We need 7 of them to write the Song of the Z. Alternatively, you can trade Z stories for hunting trophies. I don't really want to trade our supplies at the moment. Do I have a note on how much terror this reduces? I could try to equip more things that increase our iron. I've never even succeeded at it. Okay, let's try this just to see what happens. So let's equip everything that increases our iron. I think the cabinet increases iron. And let's see. That already increases iron as opposed to this thing, which is mirrors. Let's see, iron 2 from the Wretched Mog. Oh, yeah, iron, that's right. 6 from her, she's our surgeon. Equip her. 8 from her, the Merciless Modiste. 6 from her. Oh yeah, we're actually getting up there now. And the cook. This guy doesn't give any iron. Okay, so let's see what happens here. 78, a very modest challenge at 78% with 130 iron. Beer and roistering are cheap here, but the hunters of the Shellnate take their roistering seriously. You can't be sure your crew will make it back safely. Well, we have extra crew anyway, so... Okay, so if you succeed, it's minus 15 terror. That's actually quite good. Success, minus 15 terror. We do need to lower our terror. We're going to try again, I think, if it's repeatable. It's not actually beer, Captain, the sailor confides. It's eel blood fermented with Z fungus or something. I don't hear the whole count. I was too busy throwing up. 30 echoes. Okay, let's try this again. I mean, I'll keep doing it. Yeah, I mean, this is... I kind of just wanted to see what would happen if I would fail, but I think we're pretty good now. We don't need to worry about doing any more of it. Sell our Whispering Trophy. Okay, so we need that. Oh, here's where you buy the Stygian Ivory. Did we just pass something that we could sell it to, I think? I may not have updated my notes on the place where you could sell it. Sell it in Wither. Wow, you can sell for 3 Tales of Terror in Wither. Wow. That's a good way to get Tales of Terror. I'm gonna make a note of that. And there's one mission where we write the Song of the Sea. Sell Stygian ivory for 3 Tale of Terror in Wither. Buy in Shellinate or elsewhere. If we need to get more Tale of Terror to win the game or to complete our mission, maybe this would be a place we can do it. But yeah, as far as just selling it for money, I thought there was somewhere where you could sell for money, but I don't have anything in my notes about it. Okay, so nothing else to do here. Oh, so we redo this. We do need more outlandish artifacts. We need 7 to construct the thing in our study. Okay. Well, we got rid of terror. That was definitely a good thing. Let's go ahead and put our officers back. Actually, maybe we'll leave the iron officers in since we're doing a lot of combat. We're not necessarily doing a lot of combat, but we will put the Flemington Gallivanter back in there because he's got quite a bit more stats in general. I'm probably going to put the fuel efficiency character. It's hard to know how much 5% fuel efficiency really gets you. Alright, well, we definitely need to go to the Gant pole, so let's do that for sure. And now we don't have all that terror to be worried about. I was worried about going underwater because we had such high terror, but now we've gotten rid of a lot of it. So that's good. I didn't want to get ambushed by that, whatever the name of that monster is that attacks you underwater when you have high terror. Oh, we don't have something awaits. Suppose we can wait for it. We're gonna be here for a minute, unfortunately. This may not have been worth it, but at least it doesn't like really concern. It's just consuming supplies, not fuel, which we have more fuel, or we have more supplies than we have fuel at the moment. Okay, so we did this before. Yeah, so this is what we've been doing. You can keep away the old sailors while watching her work. You may learn something of her art. A few pointed jabs with one of the old sailor's own harpoons keeps the mob at bay. Sever the flesh, whispers the haruspex. Let the entrails form my path. Somewhere in the blood, guts, and blubber, a pattern emerges. She closes her eyes. There shall be a new horizon. All shall know it, but the king's city will witness it first. Got some snippets, some fragments, and the gun pole waits its next weary beast. Her time draws nearer. The flesh reveals all. We could explore further. Get the port report for sure. What did explore further here do? Can't. Pull. Let's see. You can attempt to speak with some old sailors. Take a sample for a star shell. Okay, let's take a look at what goes on down here. Hold up your candle. You approach the dry tunnels. A slight breeze pulses through them, carrying with it a pungent cocktail of salt, stale air, and decay. Going into the maze of ventricles behind the chambers. The more you walk, the closer you will get. Continue onwards and inwards. You wandered lost in the depths of the gaunt pole. Something at the center of the gaunt pole calls to you, to the part of you that feels tired, weary, that craves sleep without the inevitability of waking. Okay, we may as well see what happens here. Endless tunnels. One of the fading Haruspeck's disciples scurries past, arms weighted down with supplies from deeper in Gant pole. You have failed. You may try again with better luck. You continue walking. Up to a 6% chance. Lost. A gentle hum guides your feet forward. Your eyes feel heavy. Somewhere here is a place you can sleep. You have earned your rest. There is no need to awaken. Okay. Lost. The echo of silver writing glimmers in the darkness. Rejoice, for the end always comes. Hope this isn't gonna like kill our character. That would be unfortunate. Let's see. I'll keep going. Endless tunnels. You brush your hand against the rippled edges of the tunnel. Another ventricle. Was it flesh before it was stone? You pass a shack made of hide. The owner sleeps inside, gently breathing despite the polished bone of his skeleton visible through the decay and great chunks of his devoured flesh. He cackles to himself about something in his dreams, rolls over, and begins to snore. Up to 30% chance to succeed now. Every tunnel twists and turns. Is a little treasure really so much to ask for in such a grim place? 36% chance. A gentle hum guides your feet forward. Your eyes feel heavy. Somewhere here is a place you can sleep. You have earned your rest. We already saw that description. Up to 42% chance. You succeeded. The chamber. A glimmer of silver beyond sight. The sharp smell of salt where old sailors go to die. So we ended up with 10 quarters of the heart. And we have left the ventricles. At the center of the heart, the old sailors sit meditating around a briny pool of Gant, the color that remains when all other colors are gone. Oh, we need that. We need that color. That's right here. Okay. Most of the clothes have rotted away to nothing or been discarded with the rest of their old lives. The oldest of them sit like statues around the pool, thick layers of salt armor their desiccated skin. So we're going to take a sample from the Gant from the pool. The liquid drips to your fingers. There must be something infused with its possible color. The absence of color, the presence of form. You fish into the pool, a few stones of no worth, discarded rags. Ah, this will suffice. A shell so infused with the Gant, it is barely even visible in the light. Did a judgment hatch from this grim relic, or was it something else entirely? Don't look too closely at the eye-hurting absence of color. So we have a star shell now. And that was the only other option there, I suppose. Okay. If we speak with her, does anything happen? Let's see. I can boost our if we had recent news, we can boost our apprenticeship with her to a maximum of 3, but we already have 3. So we have 1, 2, 3. Ask about the traveler. What is this? There must be the person the sixth with is meant for you to meet. A matter for later. I see nothing of this, nor have I asked. If I have it in me once I have my answer, I will attempt the divination. Okay, I can do it later on. Did we already do this? Ask what she seeks? I think we did. Yeah, I think we did this before. Okay. Well, we need to get more apprenticeship with her, so we have to bring more monsters back to the Gant Pole. Oh, nice. We can buy fuel and supplies here. Good price for supplies, 18. It's a really good price. It's cheaper than London. The Heart of the Tree of Ages gives you a colossal flute core. We need one of those for something. We need more life specimens. We don't need to sell them. Okay, well, stocked up on some supplies while we're here. Alright, let's continue exploring. Although if we see some sea monsters we can hunt for her that are nearby, I guess we could just do that and then return. I don't know if they're probably more likely to be found underwater, I would assume. What's this? Is this Hideaway finally? Something over here, or is that Scrimshander? That might be Scrimshander. That looks like Scrimshander. Well, we're here anyway, may as well. Feels like the map is smaller when you're underwater, because like... Yeah, I don't know, it just feels like the map is smaller when you're underwater. I wonder if that means you can like sail across the ocean quicker by being underwater. Not sure if that's just a optical illusion or not. We do have something awaits. Doesn't it like cost you something to go into Scrimshander? I remember. Yeah, it costs you a price. We have money though, so. Okay, so we are in Scrimshander. We'll get the port report. We can either assist an ancient chronicler. Oh, here's my notes. Here's my notes on Hideaway. We still haven't found it yet. That's crazy. Scrimshander. So assist an ancient chronicler. I don't have any options of what this does. What are the options here at the amphitheater? Talk with the glib historian. Watch a reenactment. Gives you minus terror. We already got a lot of terror reduced. Trade coffee. Is this what I wanted to do here? +2 time in the archives. Also trade wine. Assist. Agree to search for the Ivory Archives for a hero. We did this last time, I thought. You have 3. Have I done this? Unlocked when you have no more than 1. Let's do this first. The mushroom wine he serves is stale. The plays he announces are questionable at best, but the impeccably bearded man with the olive skin laughs at every performance and has a smile for every patron. Oh no, I think we did this already. Yeah, he's going around like, he's just like walking around the room, encouraging people to have stories or whatever. Okay, I guess we'll do this again. I mean, you need to trade coffee and wine for time. So that's this delve into the archives thing. Let's see what this assist in ancient chronicler does, as I don't even have this in my notes. Assist in ancient chronicler. Something awaits. Veils. A bandaged monk sits attempting to carve a tail with a steel-tipped quill. This is not for the trembling hand. The monk describes a day in the life of a tomb colonist, where while you wield its quill, its nib carves the bone easily, as if it were mushroom flesh. The tale is dry, but he insists it be recorded for posterity. Few tomb colonists come to share their tales, a historical blind spot he laments at length. When the work is finished, he invites you to see further tales in the ivory archives of his guests. Okay, so it just trades your something awaits for 2 time in the archives. +2 time in the archives. Okay. Not that exciting. So how many do you need? He says at least 5 points are recommended. More will allow you to go deeper. We're saving our coffee to go to the Khanate, so maybe we'll trade our wine. So we want at least 5. So we have 5 now. May as well get a few more. I mean, it says you should have more. Let's go up to 7. Try that out. Okay, so down into the archives. Do not overstay your welcome. We did this before. I'm not going to read all the text again. Succeeded the mirrors challenge. Succeeded the hearts challenge. Succeeded the mirrors challenge. Succeeded the hearts challenge. Succeeded the mirrors challenge. Unearth the tale. Deep within a forgotten corner, a green skeleton buries a catalog of extraordinary deeds. The Shell Knight champions are bound to be interested. Okay. This is the same story. Let's see. The city was destroyed by a calamity break to the fifth of its kind. He was exiled, barely escaping to the Z on his experimental craft. It was designed to survive the abyss, to allow mankind to flourish in the impossibility. Few imagined he could have survived. Fewer still could imagine that he found a companion. And though he since died, all exiles have found their home next to his. Okay, so he must have found this place, a renowned collector and scholar. The only way to survive was to live underwater. Okay. We can continue downwards. How much time do we have left? Still have 3. We need at least 1 to search for the exit. I guess we can try a little bit more. What came before now? What terrors of yesterday led you here? Take an unexpected retrieve. What's this? Someone has built a personal honey den in a hidden chamber. Stood there with skulls, of course, but they're at least smiling. Lost terror and gained honey. I only have 1 time left. The dream of ancient fields and peaceful end. When you return to reality, you find yourself cradling the skull of the honey's den previous master. In this place, the idea of such a death is almost comforting. Okay, we need to leave now, so we only have 1 time left. Search for the exit. What have you discovered? Leave the archives. Go back to the history amphitheater. Tell them that we found the hero. So we now have 2. We now have 3. We get 2x. So we have 3 history of heroes. Throw a little romance and a proper moral. We should have something ready by tomorrow. Oh, so now you can agree to search for a pattern. How much wine do we have? We still have 5 wine. They'll pay well if you can research. So we just did this. Yeah, so now we have 3. So the drowning core sits directly in the corner, griping about the hero worship on display. They'll pay well if you can research the societal context to the featured figures on stage. Heroes are merely the products of their time. These fools celebrate a pearl and ignore the oyster that made it. Help us tell a more responsible tale, and we put things right. For now, at least. We only have 5 wine, so we can only get 5. Well, I mean, we don't want to use our coffee yet. Yeah, maybe we will do this next time we come back here with a little more. Hopefully, have some more wine or coffee that we're not saving for. I mean, I guess we could just trade all of our wine and maybe like 1 of our coffee. It's not like coffee is valuable in and of itself. Okay, I guess we'll just trade all our wine. Maybe 1 coffee just so we have a little bit extra time. Okay, we have 7 time again. Let's go back into the archives. Here we go. Heroism debunked. Oh, we've lost? My master's name is cheered throughout the land, but none must know of his terrible secret. Definitely no saint. Oh my, such things are simply not done. Especially not to a leper colony. So the so-called hero did something at a leper colony that was not heroic. Although one assumes that he would make it easier. Okay, we still have 4 time. Unleash a portrait of time. Rituals of love. The drowning chorus will pay handsomely for what you've uncovered. Travelers of all eras from across the Nice have been brought here to rest. Perhaps something can be synthesized from their collections. It was said that a flower in the Z grew within the Z, one that any true lover would pluck for their beloved. If nothing else, it was a proof of bravery, devotion, and diving talent, all conventionally attractive qualities. Many dived, most died, but a few found the flower and found that it was not what they expected. It was beautiful beyond their imagining, and though a pretty poetic conceit had sent them below, it was not enough to bring them back up. They abandoned their old lovers in death or for beauty. Heroes come and go, cast up by the turbulent times and washed away by the next tide. The drowning chorus will pay you handsomely to discover these patterns. We still have 4 time. We only need 1 to get out. Guess we can look around a little bit. Oh, we got a Shintalak. It's not bad. Different sort of history. Many bones. It hasn't got many bones proper, but its calcified tentacles bear descriptions in an unrecognizable language. As you study the writing, 1 tentacle crumbles, revealing a gleaming lump clutched to the poor thing's chest. We've encountered a number of things that actually take Shintalak. We still have time. We still have 2 time. Okay. I could do 1 more, I suppose. Chancy challenge. Stop while find mummified remains. Okay, we failed that one. Okay, well, you need to leave now, so. Got some fragments. We're out of time. Gained terror. Bonequake. Run! A shower of bones falls from above. What a trickle of water. Suddenly the bones point the passage crumble above you. Narrow escape. Look back at the collapsed tunnel. In the puddling remains you find the culprit. Ooh, a strange catch. A burrowing bone worm, all teeth and cilia. Good for bait, bad for remains. All mercifully crushed in the passage's collapse. Hey, we're trying to leave this freaking archives. Okay, here we go. We got out. Okay, so we're going to tell them the pattern. The portrait of times past. Through details on manners, opinions, laws, and the people they shaped. A comedy of errors and accounting. Life moved by the forces surrounding the individual. The pomposity of the great, the spirit of the many made manifest. Clearly the perfect material for a musical. The drowning chorus agrees. We've gained 2 tides of time. It's the history of a never-ending cycle of trends and social forces. Okay. So we can unlock when you have 5, 0. We're not going to do any more searching in the archives. We're out of stuff we're trying to get to use. Okay, well we got some things. What is this? Assist a lost pilgrim's passage. A pilgrim stands by the exit with a confused smile. She begs hesitantly to go somewhere else. Okay, we can do this. To the home of the lost. Too many trips through Scrimshander, perhaps, or any number of other causes. But after carefully questioning, she ventured she may not be nearly finished with her pilgrimage. Only one holy place remains, the Gant Pole. Okay, she wants to go back to the Gant Pole. Okay, we don't want to leave behind any stats. Don't want to leave behind a finger. We'll just leave behind a Z story, I suppose. Can always make more. Oh, you lose 5 Z stories. Well, maybe we should left behind a finger. Is this what I did before? Is you take a deep breath of bittersweet incense and recount your tales. As you speak, a chronicler carves your words onto bricks of ash and bone powder. I think I traded the hunting trophy last time. The bone quills scratching grates and the incense stings your eyes, but you continue. By the time you're finished, your head aches and the chronicler holds a handful of bricks. Before you turn to your ship, you examine one. It bears your name and a short tale, but its memory isn't yours. No, maybe I did do this one. Okay, we're definitely not going to go back in there. Jeez, it takes 5. A good price for fuel here. We have 18 fuel. Actually, do we have 18 fuel? Yeah, we have 18. Can buy relics here. Did we need lamentable relics for any of those turn-ins, like the Venture or whatever? Roadscape wanted 3, but we have 5. Other than that, I think we already did the Autonome Cabinet. Can trade them for moves of the Great Game and like Irem. We're not heading out to Irem anytime soon. Catch a nut from a tree. Oh, in Codex you can trade 1 for unread logs, but we have extra anyway. Yeah, I don't see any reason to buy more of these. How much did they sell for to the Scholar back in London? I saw it when I was searching through here, but strange catch in Anth. In Undercrow, you can get, oh wow, you can get artifacts in Undercrow for these things. And then in London, they're worth 5. Okay, so there's not worth to like buy a bunch of them and sell them in London. We'll buy one. We'll buy one more. Pretty good on fuel and supplies. I mean, buy a couple. It's whatever. We need to find a pot of violent ink. We haven't even found one yet. Okay, still haven't found Hideaway. Let's go ahead and explore. Oh, we go back to the Gant Pole to turn in this one lady. May as well do that and defog this little section here. Shows that there's on the map. It shows an island here. Maybe it's like a floating. Oh yeah, it might be like a floating island of lilies pads or something. Because it's the Sea of Lilies. So it doesn't block your progress underwater. Okay, so we'll go to Gant Pole. We'll defog this stuff. Oh, we have to go back to Port Cecil as well to deliver the rubbery man. Could do that as well. Looking for one more of those monsters to sink, so we can take them back to this lady, but I haven't seen any. So I'm gonna do a quick little peek around here because I've seen monsters spawn. Yeah, like I've seen monsters spawn around here, and we need one more to. And we also don't have something awaits anyway. That thing though, I think phthalates are pretty strong. Yeah, 420. Not sure that I want to fight anything that has 420 hit points. So we just came here for this lost pilgrim. She seems happy at least. My pilgrimage is complete. She sighs with contentment. Slowly, reverently, she hands you a small bag of coins and an icon of Saint Croton the Lost. Croatoan. Everything is left behind. I'm free. She wanders down a stone artery. A worn shoe squelches in the blubber of a dead beast. Without breaking stride, her foot slides free and she continues into the dark. Oh, we now have our 7 artifacts that we need. A little bit of money. We don't know the recent news. We didn't bring any more monsters for her. We could go back into here again with our candle. I suppose we can do this. There's another option that we didn't do. Success. There was a option to do this one. Speak as the sailors. Their unblinking eyes stare through you. No response. They ignore your words. Their eyes do not flicker, even as you click your fingers by their eyes. They just sit waiting the next feast of the Z-beast flesh. Okay, well that was not in any way profitable. Okay, we'll go out and explore up here. I keep hitting this thing here. I'm gonna go ahead and go up so I can send my Z-Bat out. Really trying to find this place called Hideaway. Really trying to deliver this letter. Starting to think it might be over here, but it could also be over here. Or down here. Or up here. Probably not up here. Yeah, no islands in range. Some rib cage. I don't think we need to go to the Nativity. I'll just go straight over to Port Cecil. No islands in range. Okay, we already went to Scrimshander, so we'll go Port Cecil next. Could go underwater, I suppose. Since we don't really need to send our Z-Bat out at the moment, but also not a huge priority. Principles of Coral. The corpse rainbow glow from beneath the waves echoes the false stars above. This is where you're supposed to be able to get Shintalak. We do need... There were a number of missions that involved Shintalak. We should talk to some of our officers actually while we get into port. I think we might have picked up a few things for them. Alright, so what are the things we're doing here? We're dropping off the checkered character. He wakes eagerly by the rail. He lifts his head to inhale. I can already smell the chest, he announces. Got 100 echoes for that. Thank you, farewell. I think we did this before. Yeah, we brought other checkered characters here before. Get the port report. Yeah, so here's where you can chancy challenge with mirrors. This is where we talked about the... Yeah, so we're turning in the rubbery man. Outcast toddles eagerly over to the chessboard to place the Sphinx Stone piece at one corner. Oh yes, the voice of the principal sighs. Oh yes, that will be very good, but I ache to be reduced to be less. Will you bring me more? I pay most in Shintalak and in secrets. You'll need to complete my chess set, and then you'll need to defeat me. Wakeful Idol, we have that. I think we have a hunting trophy. We have that. Bring me heart-shelled silver. Heart metal, we don't have that, I don't think. Flint, I don't know if we have that. Flute core, we definitely don't have. Okay, we actually have a decent number of these things. I'm getting 7 Shintalak. At each phrase, the outcast nods and sways. Somehow it looks frightened. Okay. So we definitely have some of those things. Can we trade the ones that we have? Yeah, we can give him the Wakeful Idol. That gorgeous little spark, a counterweight. I will devolve and my emissary must end with me. To satisfy the chain, we must have an ascension. This little fellow will rise as I descend. Perhaps you can take her with you. Here your Shintalak, another secret. I have so few remaining. Will you despoil me further? You will? No, I am tired. No secret for you today. If you press me, I will sulk. I am old. I want to be less than I am. I want to be only coral. Call that a secret, if you must. Holy smokes, we're getting a lot of Shintalak. How much hold space do we have? 16. Is there anything we want to sell here? No, not really. So we can give them... I can give him either a hunting trophy or a Stygian ivory. Well, Stygian ivory is cheap. It only costs like 20. So let's do that. We don't necessarily need this for my dissolution. The others are tools. This is an ornament, but ivory in chess is asked, aren't we? Okay. My emissary has your payment. A little of me. There I shine. And a secret. The spiders of Savior's Rocks. Crush them. Crush them. Made arrangements with my cousin. Bargains to find a blind monster. Remember that. There are many alliances. We have so much Scintillac. Maybe we don't want to turn on all these things right now because we can't actually carry a lot more Scintillac. Like if you give us 7 more, I guess we can hold 7 more. Principles want an ambiguous eolith, which we have 1. The great chain of being is rigid, but the shapelings know its weak places. This is for I have sent my port emissary. I have sent my emissary. He knows. This is one of his. Thank you. I will much less, and I will sleep forever. 7 more Scintillac. And 1 secret. We have 29 Scintillac. Wow. Kneel, kneel, and my emissary will gift you Scintillac. The secret the bazaar brought me. Brought us all as shapelings, exiles, the flukes, the misers, even my emissary. Why? Too deep a secret for me, my friend. Even here, too deep for me. Perhaps when you end me. Okay, so what do we still need from this place? He still wants let's see, is this tracked in here somewhere? Port Cecil. Principal's End. Here we go. He still wants a fluke core and heart metal. Okay, Port Cecil. You need 1x. Oops. 1x fluke core and 1x heart metal. This is like, it was like heart metal ingot or something is what it was called. Okay, keep track of those. Anything left to do here? Can explore the coral. We don't need to gather more Scintillac, that's for sure. What does exploring the coral do? We'll probably end up doing it. Don't have a note on it, so definitely gonna do it. Explore the coral knoll. Something awaits. Sea laps darkly around silvery coral. Humps and columns rise from the coral. A bewildering maze. Go carefully. Oh, we've done this before. Privateer encampment. I don't remember what these gave us. Gain a terror and some fragments. Yeah, we did this before. Okay, well, we done here for now. Don't have any Blemingtons or Postian chess pieces. Go ahead and head down here. Also, you need to go to Khan's Shadow. We don't need to, but... Did we do the thing for the... No, this is the guy we're delivering the letter to Hideaway for. It's like, did we do the thing for the Undercrow yet? But no, we haven't even... Still not found Hideaway. Keep sending our Z-Bat out. I mean, surely we'll find it at some point. Surely. So it's got to be here, here, or here. I don't think it's going to be along this edge. I don't think it was here. I feel like it has to be either here or here. Or maybe it's hiding. Maybe you have to, like, uncover it or something. Like, I don't remember, like... It is called Hideaway. Still no islands in range. You'll need some more fuel at some point. I believe Khan's Shadow sold fuel. And albino Morag. Fight this thing. That went pretty well. Let's see what this guy has. Rescue a new Jonah. Unlocked when the objective tomb colonist is open. A monster. Oh, we don't have that. Butcher it or dissect it. I don't know. 20 fragments and a hunting trophy. Oh, this is one where you get a hunting trophy either way. That's right. We've done both of those options before. Both of them give you a hunting trophy. It's not looking like we're gonna find an underwater town here. But we will go to Nuncio, I guess, at least. And then down to Godfall. Or maybe up to Conchata to buy some fuel first. Not sure if Nuncio sells fuel. We'll look at my notes there. Wisdom. I mean, we could get the port report, but again, we need more stats to engage with that area. Where is Hideaway? Well, if nothing else, we've done a lot of defogging this session. So that's something. All right, well, we'll stop in Nuncio. And we must have found Hideaway and just like I didn't have time to explore it because yeah, I mean we'll start going underwater. We'll go to Godfall. We'll start doing most of our journeying underwater because clearly we must have missed Hideaway at some point. This is the postman's place. We get the port report. Let's see what options we have to do here. We can borrow the uniform. He didn't like us when we talked about that stuff. Go along the beach. Can rescue a parcel. Take sounding. We did the take soundings before. What was the options at the dead office? Make a study what goes in the back room. We already employed his niece. Accept responsibility for an envelope of heavy cream paper. Descend into the basement with flame. Did we do this? We have 5. You need 7. I honestly don't remember when we did this. Nuncio. We did something with the basement before, but I don't know if we descended with flame. Can eventually get a searing enigma, it says, according to my notes. Make a study. There's a way to get drowning pearls. Deliver post for minus terror. I suppose we can descend to the basement with flame. I did want to use these candles in Godfall as well. And Godfall there's also something. My note says not much reason to redo. Oh, bring at least 15. Oh, we don't have 15. Okay, so yeah, let's just use them here then. Okay. We did this before, although I don't think we got a searing enigma out of it, so let's see what happened. Spiral on spiral on spiral. The descent is long and slow. You count the turns at first, but the time comes when you can't see the square of light from the door above, and you can't mark how far you've come around the spiral. You exhaust one candle after another. At the end, you come to a place where the ramp opens onto a bowl-shaped floor. The cavern must be hundreds of feet wide here. You light your flare, but even that does not show the cavern walls. The floor is carpeted with, at first you think it's gravel, but no, it's broken shards of clay and stone, all scribbled over in words too old to read. At the center of this space is a needle of deep black rock, glossy as resin, glittering with ice, inscribed with 3 arcane sigils that hurt to look at. You feel a meaning in their presence, a prohibition or a commandment, that all things must come to their destined place, that what cannot be delivered immediately must be saved against a future date. That message goes unheard is a tragedy. That a message that goes unheard is a tragedy. That the signal must be carried, no matter how far, no matter through what darkness, no matter whether the sender still lives or whether the recipient can even read the language of the writing. The inscription resolves itself and is known to you. No word lost. So it's sort of like the motto of the postman, right? Like, through rain or snow, we must deliver the post. But it's like taken to the extreme. We are now a visitor to the Center Stone. You are discovering how things are at Nuncio. Okay, we could climb out. The climb out is long, slow, and takes a long time. Could you possibly have come down this far? Surely not. Your breath goes ragged and your legs cramp. Ascend. There's no way but up. Could sit down a moment. The rest of the spiral will still be there after you've caught in your breath. Don't have any options on what this does, so I guess we can sit down a moment. Visions, dreams, you relax against a shelf. It isn't comfortable at all, as the edge of a metal box is prodding you between the spine and the shoulder blade, and somewhere off to your right is a sound like hoarse breathing. It doesn't matter. In the dimness you see, or remember, or dream, a silver tree growing in a courtyard. The reverie lasts only a few heartbeats before you're properly awake again. Okay, that didn't really do anything. I guess we just have to ascend. At the surface, the office is still there, its machine is still working, its baskets still filled with missed invitations and misplaced wills. Shouldn't it have been blasted away, destroyed by the force of what lies beneath? Do we want to tell the postal rat what we saw below? Maybe he'll be curious. You start to explain, but your language doesn't have the right words to express it. The weight of the delivery commandment, the sacred necessity for every word to reach its destination, and the countless individual miscarriages of meaning from one entity to another which have occurred throughout history and are still occurring, to the detriment of the whole universe. Yells of applause. Paw. Not going to understand it no matter how much you explain, he says, and I'm glad, as if I did understand it, I'd likely to run mad working where and as I do. After a moment he adds, likely you'll forget, at least forget some of it. After all, you never wore the uniform. Then he points out where your hair has singed at the temples and gives you an ointment he keeps in a drawer. Alright, well. We could try some of these other options. Accept a responsibility for heavy cream paper. Accept responsibility for envelope of heavy cream paper. Is that something awaits option? Maybe we'll try it once just to see what happens. 30 fragments and an intriguing snippet. Manners aren't what they used to be. It is an invitation to a dinner party now long in the past, an occasion for bishops and dons. The opening is formal, but the closing lapses into exaggeration. Do please grant me the pleasure of a response this time, so that I may know whether to set your place. If you will not reply, this is possibly the last time I'll invite you anywhere. Another glance at the sender and the recipient. Ah yes, without those two involved, this is at least saleable gossip. With those two involved. Okay. So it's plus 30 fragments and 1x. Intriguing snippet. Not super exciting. Can't do any of this stuff anymore. We're gonna end our shift. I don't think we do anything on the beach anymore. Could watch the tide come in. Collect letters. Lost 5 terror. Oh, you get an outlandish artifact. The pole. There's a new day's wash of post. Some is recently mailed. Some has been in the water a very long time. If it cannot be delivered, then at least it can be categorized and archived against the day when a recipient arrives. Even if it seems that no recipient will ever come, because no one can ever be quite certain. The tide carries in a fish larger than you, stranding at a shore. It opens its jaws and coughs out a parcel of brown paper. One pair of bespoke gentleman's avid gloves, special delivery. Teeth freshly sharpened, compliments of the tailor. The next wave pulls the fish back out to sea. We lost terror for that? A fish coughing up a post delivery for us? We are now at peace with the post. Okay, and we got an artifact. Is there anything that happens now that we're at peace with the post? We can feed our dead letter into the thing. We didn't do this. I mean, nothing happens. We've already done this. We can go to the tavern. Now that we're at peace with the post, is anything interesting happen here? We've done this before. I don't think it did anything interesting, did it? I didn't write down the notes, so it did. Okay, well. Yeah, I guess we're done here for now. Do we want to buy some fuel for 20? What does it sell for in Shadow? It's 15 in Gone Shadow. We'll probably buy some more there. Still need to go to Godfall though, so we'll go there first. We don't need to go to Godfall, sorry. We need to explore this last little section around Godfall. And then, like I said, we'll probably start sailing around underwater a bit more. So rat barge. Oh no, both of us are getting sucked into this vortex. I tried walking into one of the vortexes earlier, it didn't do anything, so I don't... I think it just like annoys you. Use the barge. Got some supplies, that's nice, although we need fuel more than supplies at the moment. think we have enough fuel to at least get back to Nuncio, or Nook's right here as well, and so is Pigboat Isle. Cause I don't think you can buy fuel in Godfall, but sorry, Rat Barge. Nothing personal. Close to Polythene. We'll keep sending our bat out again. We must have missed Hideaway. I don't think it was right here. I guess it could have been. Unfortunate if true. Alright, something underwater to the south. Oh my gosh, it must be here. Have we finally found Hideaway? We do need fuel. I don't think there's anything to do here. Of Blood. Gives you fragments, Z-Story, Tale of Terror, Memory Distant Shores. Of Shouting. This is the port report. Yeah. Yeah, so we don't have 15 candles. Of wine. We got rid of all our wine. I think I wanted to do this, but that's just money. So the only question is, we want to trade a honey trophy for 6 fragments, a Z-Story, a Tale of Terror, and a Memory Distant Shores. We have 6 of them, I guess. We need to trade one of them at least. Louder, ever louder. The trophy inspires the monks to feasts of bragging. This one broke a giant albino more's neck. That one wrestled a hefty cheer. A third punched his way out of a bound shark. This was quite the monks here. A fourth, and so on. You are largely forgotten, but there are truths of note among all the boasting. Okay, so it is repeatable. But until we get closer to actually turning all the stories in, I don't think we need to get rid of all of our hunting trophies right away for it. Alright, so we're gonna go underwater because apparently we're near Hideaway. I hope. It said there was something to the south underwater. We need fuel as well. Hopefully we can get fuel either in Hideaway or Nook or somewhere else that's around us. The port is over here. It's Dahoot. Is that Hideaway? Dahoot? Or is that something different? I hope it's Hideaway. I guess it doesn't really matter whether it's Hideaway or not. It's something we haven't been to. What is that? It's like a school of fish. Let's pick that up. Alrighty. Dahoot. Ah, the Drownies. This must be the part where the songs are. They built a copy of London, as it never was, a cathedral and houses and fields of flowers all underwater. The water is cool and luminous, and at the same time it is breathable air. This will always generate a port report, but the contents may vary. Depends on your quality of enthrallment. Okay, so this is a way to gain terror. Be careful. Wander, make no commitments. Ask a Drownie for the latest news of Dahoot. Town is thriving and full of events. Stormless. The weather has been dismal lately. Hardly a single wreck since St. Aegidius' day. And then it was only a little yacht with a few sailors aboard. And 2 of those were able to swim to shore and didn't come to Dahoot at all. We just had to hope for the spell to break. Not a ton of options here. Let me just see if I have any notes on Dahoot. Okay, so this is not Hideaway. There's a bunch of different things you can participate in, but none of these are available to us. I guess all we can do is assemble a port report, gather information for the Admiralty. So we failed. We gained the port report and one clarity, the ability to see through the glamours of the Drownies. Known truths. The more you look, the more you see that you are perhaps not intended to. The cathedral's crypt is a prison, the graveyard is larger than it looks, and the bones are not at all buried. The border between the breathable water and the dangerous water is not clearly marked. Some have drowned in crossing over, leaving their possessions scattered on the Z-floor. The depth of your commitment to the beauty of Dahoot. Okay, so I guess we're gonna have to trade recent news. We'll try this first. We'll look around. You're only a visitor. We lost 10 terror. Dahoot, the city of peace. Water and air are the same thing here, a betrayal of nature on a truce between opposites. Swim up the side of the cathedral, if you like, and peer in through the rose windows. You won't be able to make out anything inside. Breathe deep. Fill your lungs with a substance cooler and more cleansing than ordinary air. Walk in the gardens with the fish around your knees. Do not ask questions about the king of this place. Those will go unanswered. Okay, so we need to bring recent news to Dahoot, apparently. Dahoot. Dahoot. Bring recent news. Because we can't do anything else here. We can sell Prebolin, we can buy fuel for 10. Definitely do that, holy smokes. Oh, drowning pearls. We needed some of those for something. We have 4. Do we need more than 4? Drowning. So, okay, you can offer them to the time end if you have 5 of them. Okay, we'll buy 1 at least. That's the only thing I have notes of. You can use 1 in Gator's Morn to get 2 Solace Root. Okay, maybe I'll buy 1 more. Okay. Got a few of those. Great place for supplies, too. Okay, our cargo holds full. Keep buying things and keep running out of space. It's not where we delivered letters. Okay, well, we still haven't found Hideaway. Assuming it's not over here, but I'll defog this last little section. And then we'll hit Nook, I guess. I did kind of want to go to Con Shadow, but there wasn't like a particular reason to go there. Did we get our strategic information? We did. We could go back to We could go back to Station 3. I don't think we have a Susan Cooper Law box though. I said I wanted to talk to my officers actually. Hold on. Let's speak to our officers here. Nothing there. We might be able to start doing that spending things. So we do have some Syrian enigmas now, so we could probably talk to her now, I think. Okay, let's talk to her. Ask her to remove her glasses. You'll need to tempt her with the finest gossip of the Z. We can buy supplies here, right? Yeah. Just making sure. Eyes unconcealed. She removes her glasses, folds them neatly, and places them on the table, then meets your eyes. Her own eyes are marvelously bright. The irises are amber. The whites seem to be flecked with gold. Yes, she says, I've been touched by the dawn machine. I believe you already knew that, or you wouldn't have asked me to remove my spectacles. Wait, did I ask her to? Oh, I did ask her to remove her spectacles. Okay. Oops. I don't know that I intended to do that. I might be wrong. In either case, nothing has changed. Now that you know, we will still be wary of each other. She taps her thumb against her index finger. I am always the same, do you see? I do not change. I proceed on the same path. I always have. I am only one choice, and I will be content only when I have no choice at all. Now let's eat and talk. You promised me something special, and I will give you what little I can in return. So we lost a Syrian enigma, but we gained 1 mirrors, and we have dined with the exile. So she has... So we can protest. The journey is the destination. We can accept what she says, or we can throw her out of the cabin. So it says, each choice you make in the future will depend on this one. The ship goes where the captain sails, and where the captain chooses to sail depends on where you've been. So this is arguing against what she's saying. You can accept what she says. She's right. If nothing has changed in response to your choice, then your choice was that of a pawn. I feel like as a captain, we're more likely to talk about this. Yeah, let's see what this one says. We're not going to throw her out of a cabin. Narrowed eyes. Perhaps, she says, perhaps our choices determine our heading. But at last, when the lamps go dark, there is only one direction. One day we'll go there together. She won't be drawn further. She picks up her knife and fork. Between mouthfuls, she tells you of something of the starved men and their wars on the roof. The arts of flesh shaping that they practiced and debated. I enjoyed this, she adds at the end of the meal. We should do it again, when you're ready to talk about salt. You've made a choice. What will she become? And a heart and an extraordinary explanation and a secret. Bread and salt. You have this, but we don't have... we must have lost salt's attention. We definitely had it at one point. Where's the gods of the Z section? Is it under G? Gods? No. Here it is. The gods of the Z. Yeah, we've lost salt's attention. We had it at one point. Not sure how we lost it. Or how we get it back again. Oh, I thought up in Wither, I think we can get it back again. Yeah, we need more live specimens. She hasn't updated her dialogue in a while. Need more hearts or pages. The cook, we haven't talked to this guy. He takes a strange catch. Somebody else wanted a strange catch. Let me just talk to the rest of my officers first. Oh, we can boost our hearts now with Shintalak, strange catch, bolts of spider silk. Should we do that with the strange catch, or should we do the other one? I don't know. He also wants a strange catch. For his culinary masterpiece, he will need at least 2 useful ingredients. A lot of people want strange catches. She wants coffee, although I want to trade this coffee up at Khan's heart, so I don't want to do this right now. Don't have live specimens. Okay, so we can use our strange catch for the cook, Modiste, or the blubbery, or this other cook. We had this cook first, so let's advance his story first. Hand over a strange catch for his culinary masterpiece. Hello, little fellow. Let us see what delights you hold. His filthy knife gleams. Promise. He takes a morsel on the tip of his knife and shudders. Exquisite find, my captain. Like a devil's lips. Searing. Probably fatal, but utterly worth the risk. Requires more strange catches or live specimens. Okay, so you have to have at least 2, it said. Okay, well, we traded our strange catch. There wasn't anything else, right? I mean, all the other people need strange catch. We'll do her, but we need to get one more coffee before we do that. And we did something with her, but we need Saul's attention. Okay, well, we advanced what we could. So let's go ahead and... Do we have any strategic assemble or intelligence to assemble? No, we don't. Okay, well, we have plenty of supplies. We don't need to buy more, right? I mean... No, I think 16. I mean, it's whatever. We have plenty. Let's hit this little section over here. Still found hideaway. Let's go up to... we need to go up to Khan's Glory to get rid of all this coffee that we're carrying around. Yeah, let's do that. And then we might call that for the end of this play session. It's been a pretty good session of defogging, although again we haven't found hideaway, which you have this stupid letter we've been carrying around for. Alright, well, nothing here, so just heading up to Nook, Pigment Isle. We went to Nuncio already. Turn our light off, but I mean, makes Terra go up faster, but conserves a little bit of fuel. Okay, here's Nook. Where's the entrance to Nook? Over here. Okay. We gotta get something a ways first, anyway. There we go. Okay, check the diving suit. Going into Nook. Wait, what? We have to have wine? Oh. Stygian ivory. Okay, well, guess we're not going into Nook. It seems that the DLC actually makes the game easier if you think about it, right? Because like all these underwater ports, you know, as you're traveling between like Pigmont Isle and Nuncio, like normally without the DLC you would basically be doing nothing here. But here at least you can use your something awaits in Nook in the middle, and then like the stuff seems cheaper, like the goods for supplies and fuel seem cheaper in the underwater ports than they do in the overworld ports. So I think at the end of the DLC actually makes the game easier. Just because there's more things to do as you're traveling around, and they sell things for a bit cheaper, it seems like. Not that I'm complaining, like the survival aspect of just journeying around isn't the most exciting part of the game anyway. Get the port report. We'll advise them on a dilemma. Wait, what? Nothing happened. It approaches a crossroads. We need your wisdom once again. Okay, now it's happening. Okay, so we can do a might challenge, have them escorted back to town. Okay, so what is the dilemma? So it says, the lights of London call to our people, Hairless Advisor. They seek the warmth of its lamps, the abundance of food, the aliens in. Are the traders repurpose the impossible lambs whole into rafts and boats for their shameful and terrible exodus? We cannot survive if our people desert us. What should we do about it? We could do a display of force. Might lower their spirit. We could appeal to their patriotism. Or an opportunity beckons. We could ship them off to... Okay, so it's a civilization challenge. This will probably lower their civilization because people will leave. This will probably raise the civilization but lower their spirit, I'm guessing. And this one probably will do... I mean, this is what we would do as an iron character. Recommend a display of force, have them escorted back to the town at sword point. Maybe. Or suggest appealing to their patriot. Actually, we were a veteran, although we're not very patriotic, according to my telling of our character. I don't know why they came here and what they be something else. We'll try this one. We have pretty high spirit. We have 5, so if we're not gonna try this now, when would we try it? Failed. Failed diplomacy. They've lost civilization. We now total 1. Danger. The traders do not listen. Marinia lacks the force of arms to stop them from leaving. They put to the Z in their hastily made boats and rafts and disappear in the dark. It's between 2 empires, the crossroads. 2 vessels are docked at Saints Haven. From the island of Visage comes a commandeered pirate ship. Its figurehead is a dying bull, transfixed with a spear. Next to it floats a decaying wreck barely held together by barnacles. The tales of Pigboat Isle have spread, and the powers of the Z have taken notice. A rotting drowning and a woman in a crocodile masked down on the docks. Both loom over the rodents, deciding Marinia's response. Caught in the middle. Hairless Advisor, your timing's impeccable. Please grant us your counsel one last time. They both demand our treasure in exchange for their protection. We cannot decide which would be best. The rodents surround you, noses pressed to the dock, and supplication. Guide us. We have not done a good job on... Every time we try to do something here, I swear it fails. Unfortunately, civilization is only 1. It's going to be hard to for them to advocate for independence with only 1 civilization. So we can either support the Fathom Kling's claim. The drowning bows, complexity's blessings upon you. My lord will be pleased to see the glorious Thalassian return to the deeps. In gratitude, he will reach his soggy hand over Pigmote in justice and protection. He looks expectantly first at you, then at the rodents. Or such the Visage claim, the ambassador bows. The left eye of flourishing of years called to us from across the waters. It is ours by birthright and ours to claim. Yet let none say we are not generous. In exchange for its return, we will offer our friendship and our wisdom. Secrets, Captain, that can guarantee the prosperity of a nation. Yeah, like I said, I'm not thinking our chances here are gonna be good because they only have 1 civilization. So basically, would we want to support Visage or Fathom King? We've been doing 7 Visage for longer. This one sounds more interesting. Let's support the Visage claim, I suppose. Hail, Visage! With the handing over of the left eye, Pigmote Isle accepts Visage's offer. Celebrations are muted. Many citizens squeak quietly at both the loss of their treasure and the ambassador's decision to stay and work towards what she will only refer to as other interests. But the deal is done. And at least for the moment, Pigmote's Isle is assured. Marinia has allied with Visage. Gained a secret. Okay, so we can trade with the Visage ambassador. 900 echoes, what the heck? She earned her crocodile mask for sharing too many secrets. She'd like to lose by selling 1 more. Huh. Interesting. So we're gonna buy a mask. I don't think I've ever done this in any of my playthroughs. I mean, it's expensive, but we can technically afford it, and this only occurs if you do Meridian Visage, which we may not do next time. May as well try it. Oh, it's just a secret. Oh, okay. That's not as interesting. Revelations. The ambassador lifts her mask to whisper. The exchange made, she savors a breath of air through the unencumbered lips before returning to her true face. And you can buy secrets basically for this price in Irem, so... Okay, let's make a note that we don't do that again. Pig moat. So this is side with Visage. Can trade with ambassador. So it's going to be 900 echo for one secret. Repeatable. So if you just need to buy secrets, I guess this is how you can do it. Okay. Well, we might need to do that at some point if we get a lot of money and we want to raise our stats, but I don't think we can raise our civilization anymore. Yeah, except we just didn't really do a good job of advancing story on Nuncio, unfortunately. For whatever reason, whenever we tried to do any of the challenges, we basically failed every time. I'm sure there were better outcomes than what we accomplished there, but oh well, nothing we can do about it now. So we don't have a Susan Cooper log box, right? So we can't do anything at Station 3 at the moment. No, we don't have any. Don't think there's any notes for Station 3 that don't involve a Susan Cooper log box. Make sure we're going the right path here. There's a ship here. A wreck ship. It seems to be stuck in the water, which I'm not complaining about. Oh, now we're in front of it. Lost a crew. Ouch. Wait, what is this over here? Is this? Do the boarding party again. We actually failed this last time, even though it says 100%. Gain some spies and echoes. That's just Nook, right? That's just Nook. Again, like, the stuff seems different when you're underwater. Like, the distances seem different when you're underwater for whatever reason. What do we got over here? Another ship? Some type of a putter pony. I think that's the... Isn't that the Khanate submarine? Yeah, we don't really want to piss off the Khanate necessarily. Is this just like oxygen? Yeah, plus oxygen. Okay, we're not heading to Station 3. We're heading to the Khan's Glory is where we want to go. I don't know why that is open. Looks like we're gonna have to get out of the water here. I'm not sure how to navigate this place when we're underwater. We'll take a quick stop at Khan's Heart, but I don't think there's anything for us to do at Khan's Heart. Actually, we should have gone to Khan's Shadow at some point as well, but I just want to advance the story with the Anarchist, which I think happens in Khan's Shadow, but I'm not 100% sure on that. We do have something awaits. Yeah, I don't think there's anything we can really do here. We can lure the adventurers to Rack. Can wander Khan's Heart, but that doesn't really do anything. Port Worth's Heart. Oh, we can establish the intelligence network. Ah, yes, we did want to do this. Okay, so if you're caught, it could be in trouble. If you're successful, you can tap your intelligence letter network. Okay, yeah, so let's put up our Veils items, if we have any. Veils. Officers of Veils. This guy has Veils. She also has Veils. This guy has 8 veils. She has 7 veils. 6 veils. No veils there. Okay. 100% chance. That's our diplomatic network. Your agent sends a message via bat courier. They have found lodgings, contacts, and possibilities. You're able to grow your network to information. The more it grows, the more effective it will be. So how do we grow it? Let's see. Find out what they need. To improve the quality of your network, you'll need something. Find out what. Cash. 50 echoes. Uter salt, which we don't have. Bait. Gain vital intelligence. Succeed or fail, this will use up your intelligence. So you can only do this if you have no more than 60. You have 43. This one you can only do if you have no more than 50. So let's do this one first. 50 echoes. Spies have an extraordinary appetite for funds. This one you can only do if you have no more than 45, but we don't have meter salt, so we can't do that. Because this gives you 1 network up to cautious contacts and accounting, a long and sometimes confusing list of what they need. At 4, it's plausible at least. Here's that. So what did that advance? Your cunning is required. Okay. This will need your personal attention. A craftsman. If you ever want to retire from sailing, offers 1 spy. You found your niche. 84 veils. I guess that counts as high. This maybe you're supposed to do this earlier in the game, maybe. Than where we're doing it. So whispers in the shadows. Up to 3, a few spies. Let's see, where's the spy stuff? Here it is. A diplomatic agent. Okay, so you have to bring back a diplomatic agent now. I think you get those in London. Yeah, I talked to the voracious diplomat. Okay. Well, we'll definitely do that when we're back in London. So oh, so you could also do something a ways to get a different opportunity. We could try this. Maybe there's a different option. Captivating treasure. Okay, well that is harder than. So now we can do this is easier to do now. The port report, although it's still 82%. As your network grows, this will become easier. I mean, we can try 82%, I guess. Success. We've gained suspicion, but we finally gained the report. But I don't know if we actually got this last time. Kept failing it. Okay, well, I don't think we can do any of these other things. Okay, well that was actually interesting. We established a spy network. Still haven't found Hideaway. Somehow. Again, I'm assuming we passed it at some point, and we just didn't have time to search for it because we were doing something else. Don't have something await, so we should just kind of slow down and hang out a bit. So if you go slow, it burns 2% or 1% per tick, as opposed to like 4 or 5% when you're going fast. Just waiting for the something awaits thing to appear. Not terribly exciting, but sometimes you have to do that in this game. Okay, so we brought this coffee here. I'm gonna get up to 5 favor, I believe, right? Yeah, 5 favor. Okay, so now we can petition for access to the Nephrite Quarter against trade license to foreigners. Grand ceremony. You lost all your favor, but now you can go to the Nephrite Ring. The effusive official is today attended by 3 servants and a blue priest, each carrying a candle of a different color. He speaks of a formula in Kaganian, in Greek, and in one of the languages of the Elder Continent. You are anointed with oils and presented with a pair of sharkskin gloves. The blue priest admits you to a slightly less debased echelon of foreignness, and blesses you in the name of the deep blue heaven. After that, you start filling out forms. A token permitting you to trade in the Khanate. We also brought these these pearls. Maybe we'll try what this is. Offer a gift for the Timon. The clan is named for a sizable and ferocious fish of the surface. Okay, so that's the name of a clan. Okay, Timon is the name of the clan. They have a fondness for drowning pearls, some secret clan ritual. Offering accepted. In the yellow chamber by the palace enters a masked functionary. Scrutinize the pearls. Yes, she says. Even through the mask, she does not meet your eyes. She rises, turns, and leaves. We now have one favor, Timon's mercy. So you can lower suspicion with 3 of it. You can ask the leopard contacts to intercede with the Timon. That's if your suspicion has risen too high. Or you can ask your thing for getting trade. So if it's no more than 9, you can use 4 Timon's mercy. This doesn't do anything. We tried this before. Okay, so now we have access to the Nephrite quarter. Is that in... Okay, now I want to go back down to the other one and see if we have access. I just want to see what the Nephrite... I want to end today's session, but now I'm curious to see what this Nephrite quarter is before we end the session. Cost us quite a bit of money. I mean, the coffee's worth like 40 on average. I think we bought some of it for 50, some of it for 38. It's probably more like 45. Turned in like 25 of it total. 25 times 45. It's a few hundred, but you know. Okay, so now we can go to the Nephrite quarter. Unlocked with 10 suspicion. You have the token that permits you to enter. Okay, so if it rises too high, you won't be able to do this, presumably. We regret, citizen, that your name has entered the list of causes for concern. Excuse me. She turns aside to speak to a serious woman like us. Now is the time to leave. Oh, we can't go to the Nephrite corner because our suspicion is too high. Okay, so we have to lower our suspicion. Okay, well. We can seek another opportunity. Capturing treasure is a pretty hard thing to do, so let's actually just change that again. Okay, we actually do have vital intelligence. We can do this one. Your cunning is required. It says it's a low-risk challenge. Maybe we'll try it. Success. Gained a 1 network and a move of the great game. Everyone tired from saying, yeah, we did that one before. So what do they need now? A modest challenge. Cash. A dream of the sun. 7 visions of the surface. 200 echoes. 63% chance. I mean, 63 is better than 50. You have 33. Okay, so this option's going to go away soon. This is like the least of the 7 of the things we need to write the Song of the Z's. We have the least of this compared to like Memories of Distant Shores, Tales of Terror, Z stories. I hate to get rid of 7 of them, but I do want to advance this story mission, so I guess I'll do it. Dream of the Sun, a closely written report. You speak of the Sirocco sense of the Mediterranean, the heart-filling shape of mountains against the evening. Each word you give them is repaid 3-fold. I mean, it's not like we're close to 77, so... let's see, what are we getting here? Back down to here. Can bribe, so now we can use vital intelligence if we want. So we're at 50. So this is the last chance we're going to have to do this one. It's up to 250 though. And we have the vital intelligence. Like this is what it's for, I think, so let's just use it. Boldness rewarded. The white and gold snap up your bait. Their spy catcher is too eager in pursuing more. You pass him plausible nonsense and he's hooked. Okay, so you can do this when you have no more than 6. You have 6. He just wants prisoners, honey. That's relatively straightforward. Just give him some of that. There's no paradise. Someone's looking for paradise. A peerless taste. The Kaganian dupe knows the taste of honey now. They know what it's like to lock in the dream palaces and rapture gardens. They will never be free of you. They're addicted to honey now, I guess. We have a masterful web. Now I want to see what this does. I want to wait for something away just to see what this thing does now. Now that we've done all this work to like get it raised. Yeah, I'm gonna Maybe I'll just go over to Con Shadow real fast and come back. I said I wanted to end the play session, but I'm hooked. I want to see what's next. I spent all this money and time and vital intelligence and other things to like get this spy network set up. I actually don't even remember what this does. Like, I think I probably ended my previous play session before I even fully established that spy network. Again, 8 to 10 years ago, but still, I did do it at one point. Gonna wait for the something awaits quality here. The most exciting part of this game, waiting for something awaits. There we go. Okay, we don't need to do that. We'll get the port report while we're here. Let's see. So, okay, there's not much to do here, I guess, actually. You can just trade hunting trophies for watchful curios. Okay, well, I suppose we'll do that. Oh wait, we need something awaits back for the other thing. Okay, well, anyways, we're not gonna sell our star shell. It's one of the colors we need. Somebody did want to create of human souls. I don't remember who. Have some more fuel. Buy an empty mirror catch box. Oh, we are running low on money. We're gonna have to do a money-focused playthrough next time, I believe. Or maybe when we get back to London, we can sell a bunch of the stuff we got on our hold. I don't know. Okay, we're not going to sell the star shell. Maybe we should go back to Benderbite at some point to trade in some of these color items. You can't do anything with the star shell, can you? Or is it at this thing? No, it's not usable. Might as well just go slowly since we know we're not going to have something awaits by the time we get to the Collins Glory. Okay, so next time we'll probably head back to London. Let's turn in a bunch of stuff. We gotta refill our money supply. Maybe the Alarming Scholar. You can trade some of your different items to the Alarming Scholar. Because yeah, we don't have enough spending cash to really continue sailing around doing all these story missions. I just want to see what this spy network thing is all about. Oops. Alright, let's do Seek Intelligence. If you have eyes and ears, you can use it to gain more than just a port report. Secrecy has been maintained. Your network has not suffered. The Khanate has a folktale of a princess who smuggled jewels to her lover in the mouth of birds. This is how your agents bring secrets to you, one by one and sparkling. Oh, so it gains you vital intelligence. Okay, interesting. It's a 100% chance. If we could just do this over and over again. We should get into the Nephite corridor, but we cannot. Okay, well, we'll end our playthrough here. It was a good session for sure. We did a lot of defogging. Still haven't found Hideaway somehow. And we're gonna do a lot more sailing underwater, I think, because of the radar stuff. We'll ping. We'll head back to London, turn in what we can, try to earn some money, maybe hit a couple of these places along the way back. I guess next time we do have to return to the Empire Hands anyway. With the recent news to get the dynamite. So next time we're back to Empire Hands, we'll explore this section up here. But yeah, well, it was a good session. We explored almost the entire map, just this chunk up here and this little strip down here. And we still haven't found Hideaway, but I'm sure we'll find it at some point. Alright, thanks for watching.